Are you folks all settled in? Nice and cozy, sitting by the fireplace or in a blanket? Good, because I've got another story to share with you. Alright, so way off in the galaxy, far from planet Popstar, is a happy heart-shaped planet known as Ripple Star. This is a planet where all the fairies, once lived in harmony. Wait, what? What's happening? Oh, it looks like Dark Matter and his forces are back, and this time they're taking over Ripple Star. The Queen sends one fairy, Ribbon, to protect the giant crystal shard that's the treasure of Ripple Star. But she's not alone, she's being pursued by the forces of Dark Matter. These forces power through the asteroids that get in the way and destroy the crystal shard. So now she's ending up at planet Popstar. What's going on, viewers of the internet? I'm Variety Gamer 95 here with the last game in the Dark Matter Trilogy. This is Kirby 64, The Crystal Shards. It came out very late in the lifespan of the Nintendo 64, released in 2000 as a matter of fact. And this game, for not being directed by Kirby's creator, this is a really strange game. Like you already see here, though Kirby has a copy ability, he has no hat. But there's actually a particular reason for this game. As you see here, you can mix copy abilities to get an all-new combination. This is just one of many examples. Each and every copy ability in this game can be combined with any copy ability. You can even mix fire and ice. Sure, why not? Well, this game is burning, but it's fire and ice. What'd you expect? I'm also let's playing this game because, well, like I said, this is the last game of the Dark Matter Trilogy. This is the conclusion to that story arc. And there's also the fact that this is also my first Nintendo 64 Let's Play. It was going to be Paper Mario, but technicalities behind that prevent that from happening. Anyway, that's the last of the demonstration. Let's go ahead and get this show on the road. So for this game, for this Let's Play, I'm going to be going for all of the Crystal Shards. Not all the extras, all the Crystal Shards. You'll see what I mean in due time. So I'm going to go ahead and open up File 2. We can go to the options here. We can delete the save file. Sure, let's delete the file we just created. Why not? Now you know what it looks like. Anyway, there's actually a cheat code that you can enter to get 100% instantly. I don't remember how it goes exactly. I read it. I believe it was on the cutting room floor. So we can play the mini games, the enemy info, and the theater, which is the cutscenes, or we can go to the settings. Let's see here. We can change the sound settings, not that that really matters to me, or set the display. There are 5 different display types. I believe it is number 4 in particular that's really interesting. It's either number 4 or number 2, but I read at the cutting room floor that in the Japanese version, it looks really cool. The copy abilities are actually displayed in kanji, and so are the lives. But the number 0 is rarely written out in Japanese, so that one's actually staying the same. I personally like number 5 the best, but for the sake of the Let's Play, I'm going to go with number 1. So let's go ahead and get started. Do you know how to use Kirby's copy ability? I sure do! Alright. So this is what became Ribbon, huh? And all the Crystal Shards. Okay, so one happens to land right at Kirby's head. So it's interesting to note, these two Crystal Shards that are about to combine, they do indeed count towards 100% completion. If you go back to the file select screen, you can actually see it. I think it says 2% or something. I don't remember exactly. So anyway, Kirby being Kirby is just all too eager to help. And that's how his latest adventure begins. Well, latest for 2000. Alright, so starting off on Kirby's home planet, Popstar, which is 2 words, not 1. Interesting. Is Popstar really has 2 words? I don't remember. Let's get started. Okay. So this game does not make use of the control stick at all. I am playing this on the Wii U Virtual Console, which reminds me, let me go ahead and show you guys how the controls set up for this game. For all Nintendo 64 games, I mapped the Virtual Console menu to minus. It's mapped to ZR by default, but minus makes the most sense because there is no select button on the N64, as you can see with the diagram up there. So A is jump, B is attack, so if A is A, B is B. I have X mapped to up C, because all 4 of the C buttons do the same thing. And because the control stick isn't used, I'm going to have the right stick to the control stick. I have plus the start, of course. Minus is the menu. L and R are left the same. Z, L, and Z are both mapped to Z, even though Z is not used in this game. The L, R, and C buttons all do the exact same thing. Remove Kirby's copy ability. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started with 1-1. Very nice. Go to the left. There's a little star here. If we collect, I believe it's 30 stars, we'll get an extra life. Alright, so I have to go over Kirby's basic moveset. Hold on, you can walk by pressing left or right. Kirby's always smiling in this game. One of only two where he's smiling. The other is Epic Yarn. If you double tap the control pad, you can dash. If you press the A button to jump, tap repeatedly, Kirby can jump several times in the air. Pressing the B button in the air is an air bullet. The air bullet is not as viable of an offensive option in this game, in my opinion. We'll see that in due time. We can duck with tapping down. If we press jump, we can slide. It cannot be B, it has to be A. Alright, so the B button, of course, is Kirby's inhale. In this game, you can actually move while Kirby is inhaling. This is the only Kirby game where you can actually do this. This is, of course, not counting Hypernova in Triple Deluxe. So this enemy here, this enemy is actually Waddle Dee's replacement. This guy is known as NZ. All he does is just walk around, plain and simple. So if you have something in Kirby's mouth, tap L, R, or the C buttons and Kirby can lift it. If you press B, Kirby will toss it forward. It'll disappear after a certain amount of time or if it hits an enemy. Or, I'm sorry. I meant to respawn that guy. If you press L or C again, Kirby will throw it upward. Let's see, the enemy respawn rate is sort of a little bit different in this game. I think that fireball enemy is Bobo anyway. Alright. This is burning. It's just a fireball attack, nothing special. Alright. If there are no copy ability descriptions, you just hit continue and try again. Try again basically takes you back to the level select screen. So if you want to get rid of a copy ability, tap L, R, or the C buttons. It will turn into a star. If you can throw the star, if it hits an enemy, like so, it'll become a bigger star. Inhale it, and you get a power combo. So this is double burning. Look at that. Ain't that nifty? I always thought that this looked like some sort of bird. Does it not look like a bird? Look, it even has wings. See? Maybe I'll play in slow motion so you guys can get a better look. So that's just one of the many power combos you can do in this game. Ugh. As I was saying, you can mix and match abilities to your pleasure. Look at this. That guy gives Needle. I don't remember these enemies' names. So burning a Needle. It's a bit of a bow and arrow. Alright, so how long you hold the button depends on where Kirby shoots the arrow. So that guy is Sir Kibble. He gives Cutter. So Cutter in this game removes Kirby's face. You can move like this. And I should also mention that Kirby in this game has a teetering animation. See? Both forward and backward. And if you use Cutter, it looks like his feet are detached. Isn't that strange? And now, I want to respawn that Sir Kibble because I would like to show double Cutter if I can help it. Okay. Go ahead and press B. Gotta use the controls again. Double Cutter. Look at this. It's huge. Alright, so Kirby can normally go through soft platforms, but there are some instances where he can't. See? You can also drop down through them as well. It takes a moment. Okay, watch out for NZ. Go ahead and get rid of this. Alright, let's show off Cutter and burning. Oh my lord. Right. That is another weird technicality about this game. Is that you can actually you can do what I just did and end up losing it by mistake. So let's try that again. Cutter and burning is really cool. Look at this. Fire sword. Wow. Look at that. Just having the sword out can actually defeat enemies. That flying enemy is a Bronto bird. He just flies around. He's got angry eyebrows in this game. You can press up to lift the sword. You can even throw it. Bam! Just like that. This is something that I did not know for years. I did play this game when I was a kid. It was one of the only N64 games that I actually had. When I originally had my N64, I only had like 10 games. So that is one of the Crystal Shards. This one's free. We have to get all of them to get 100%. Okay. So, not all the Crystal Shards are going to be that easy to get, of course. So that's a Maximum Tomato, or as I like to call it, an M-Tomato. It's got mustard on it. It recovers all of Kirby's health. We only get 6 hits to work with, though. So the mini-bosses in this game are simply large versions of regular enemies. They will always give us regular enemies to shoot back with. Right, we can go back into the boss room, but we can't go back through the door on the left. We have to move forward. It's a pity. Okay, let's see here. Ah, here we go. Cutter and Needle. Hold on a sec. See, the air bullet, you can see that Kirby's multiple jumps are actually really janky. And it's also really hard to aim the air bullet. So here's Needle and Cutter. Let's see here. Oh, look at that. Kirby's jaws. You can hold it for as long as you wish, but you cannot move. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention something about the slide. So in this game, hold on, the slide goes through enemies, but they'll bounce over Kirby's head, so it won't take damage from it. So that enemy is a Shotzo. It's completely immobile. You also cannot be defeated. Alright, see? Slide goes through enemies. Hey, look! It's Bomb Kirby. Now, oddly enough, Poppy Brothers Jr. himself gives bomb, but not the bombs that he throws. This is what happens if you inhale the garbage enemy, 2 garbage enemies, or a garbage enemy with a copy ability enemy. It turns to a star, and the star changes color according to what was inhaled with it. This is Bomb Kirby. He tosses bombs, and how far he throws them depends on how long the button was held for. However, they're actually giving us bomb for a reason. So you see this here? So we have to match the copy ability with the color that is hiding the Crystal Shard, the color of the obstacle. See, they're giving us an M-Tomato here. Alright, hold on. So double bomb is interesting. So hold B, Kirby unleashes missiles. How long you hold it depends on how many missiles you get depends on how long he holds it for. Let's go over to the right. Hey, look! It's Kirby's friend, good old Waddle Dee. How's it going, pal? Found a Crystal Shard. Oh, that doesn't look good. Oh man, that looks menacing. You just stood there and took it! What a moron! Oh, what's he gonna turn into? His face is gone. Ugh! Look at that, he turned into Waddle Dee. Except he's pathetically easy. That's seriously all he does. He just tries to ram Kirby and he injures himself in the process. I actually almost took a hit from that. Okay. That was easy. If you don't have a cop ability, he shoots stars for you to shoot back at him. Alright, very nice. Alright, so at the end of every level we can play a goal game. So Kirby, decide your position with A, and Kirby's arms will dictate how far he flies. The lower he goes, the farther he'll fly. Hey, it went up! Grants an extra life. Okay, very nice. So you'll know if you've gotten all the Crystal Shards in the level because they'll be colored in with the crayon. So this is 1-2. Alright, very nice. So we're in a fall atmosphere. See, so I find it really strange how, oh, I get to show that off. I did not mean to do that, but I get to show this off. Okay, so, take a look at this shape here. It's a stick of dynamite, right? And if you hold down, Kirby pull out a Mega Man helmet and avoid damage. So you notice that shape? When I was a kid, I mistook that as being the shape of the Eiffel Tower. And as a result, I refer to this as a Paris bomb. Does that look like the shape of the Eiffel Tower to you guys? I have no idea how I thought that as a kid, but I did. Okay, hold on a sec. Alright. Burning and stone. Kirby turns to a living volcano, and it can be aimed too. Shoots boiling hot magma rocks. Youch! Alright. Let's see here. Poppy Rivers is a bit of a jerk. Bomb and Cutter. He throws a ninja star. Look at that. It can hit an enemy. Hits the enemy so fast they can't even see it coming. Alright, very nice. Let's see. There's another combo that I could show off. Hold on a sec. Did I show off Cutter? And oh yeah, I did. Okay. I definitely did. That's the BFS. Oh, and I guess I can show up Double Stone too, sure. So, Single Stone is basically just a smaller version of this. For the most part, Kirby is completely invincible. For the most part. You'll see what I mean in due time, because this game has some very strange technicalities that appear nowhere else. Right, Cutter and Stone. He turns Kirby into a sculptor. He can turn to the animal friends of Kirby's Dream Land 3. See? Nego can do a triple jump. Once, twice, thrice. There we go. Turn to Nego. Turn to Rick the hamster. Rick moves slowly, jumps once. He can also wall jump. Could be useful. He turn to Choo Choo. All Choo Choo can do is hop very slowly. Hop and move very slowly. You can turn, but that's it. See here. Rick, I've already seen. Nego, we've already seen. Pitch. This is the best one to get. So, with Pitch, Kirby can fly, but for a limited time. You know. Don't want to be too powerful. Coo the Owl can also fly, but very slowly. See? Look how slow that is. Ay. It's driving me bonkers. Hey, it doesn't even appear in this game. The last animal friend, as you might expect, is Kind of the Ocean Sunfish. If I can actually get him, that'd be real slow. Yes. Kind does absolutely nothing. He is completely immobile. Even if he got this form in water, he just can't do anything. And I don't understand why. Right? So, it's worth noting that depending on what Kirby lifts up, you might get some special effects. So yeah, this Parasol is not in this game, otherwise. Yeah, see? He would have given Parasol, but that's not in this game. Don't need that. Let's see here. Sure. Single Stone. So yeah, if you want mobility, you want Double Stone. So I was saying that Kirby, for the most part, is invincible when in this state. This is a Gordo. It's completely immobile. Yeah, for whatever God-given reason, Kirby can actually be knocked out of his invincibility. It won't damage him, but he'll be knocked out of it. The problem is, you don't get invincibility frames if that happens. So watch out here. This is a Sparky. If you throw a projectile when he's shocking you like that, you won't actually hit him. So Spark and Stone give this electric yo-yo. Very nice. It can actually travel quite a distance. You think you could cancel it too? I don't remember. Well, that's not what I meant. I meant like return it to Kirby and then cancel it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a move on. On the subject of that, you can transition between rooms with something in Kirby's mouth. There are no doorways in this game, only room transitions. Spark and Needle. Look at this. Man, it zaps enemies to oblivion. You can see Kirby's eyes too. I believe there's a Sparky over there. Yes, there is. Okay. So this enemy is Chili. Okay, let's go ahead and show off Ice and Spark. Kirby turns into a refrigerator that spawns food. And this food can actually restore Kirby's health. It can also fight enemies, sure. Okay. Ice itself. Kirby actually spins in a circle, shooting ice. It can freeze enemies. I think he can jump with it as well. No, he can't. Okay. That was my imagination. Okay, let's see if I respawn that Poppy Bro. There we go. Ice and Bomb. Kirby turns to a snowman. Yes, this can jump. Oh, look at his face. Kirby can defeat any enemy by running right into it and you won't take damage. Hey look! It's good old Waddle Dee! He's here to help us, but we're Kirby. We can fly. We don't need his help. We can totally clear this gap. Yeah, I never understood why this was the case. For whatever God-given reason, this is the single Kirby game where his flight is limited. Check that. The single main series Kirby game where his flight is limited. So, if you thought you could cheese this section by flying across it, yeah, this is going to happen. It's a good thing I picked up that life back there. And there's a Crystal Shard in this room on top of this. So what you want to look out for is a row of stars. But you have to be ahead of this thing. Let me see here. It's coming up. It's coming up. Come on. Where is it? There it is. Okay. So you have to be ahead of this thing and be quick, or else you're going to fall and die. Believe me, I've been waiting to make that joke for so long it's not even funny. Like, how long ago did I actually have this planned out? Oh, and I guess they do give us an extra life here too, sure. So I would have actually made it the lost life anyway. So that death was on purpose. I don't know if we'll be seeing the normal death animation. Okay, so this is a giant bouncy. You can kind of see the fuzzy pattern that it makes around the circle. So sometimes when defeating mid-boss, you'll get a Crystal Shard. Let's go to the next room. Oh, who's this artist? She seems to be enjoying herself. Oh, what? It's one of the Crystal Shards. You know what else is here? A part of Dark Matter. Man, you had no time to react. Kirby's face always cracks me up, I swear. Oh, we're gonna be fighting her already? So this is actually a do from Dreamland 3, except here she's known as Adeleline. So we can actually... She's gonna draw regular enemies at first that we can freely swallow, except for maybe the spider. So there's a spider enemy that appears in this game. If we swallow it... Oh, well, if you swallow the spider, they'll actually damage you. Oh man, that thing is so ugly that they had to censor it. Wow. That's bizarre. It doesn't even turn. Okay, so now she's going to draw the Ice Dragon from Dreamland 2. It's actually slightly faster to spit it out than to toss it. So the Ice Dragon is much weaker. He only took 3 hits. So what's she going to draw next? Dark Matter. Okay, well, this is a much weaker version, so surely we could take him on. Okay. Believe he has a ram attack as well. Or, yes, that's correct. Okay. Yeah, that's his ram attack. Okay. So I believe after this, we have to do the one technique that no Let's Player of Kirby ever does. Yes. Slide! Yep. Like I was saying, the one Kirby technique nobody ever does. You have to slide into her to beat her. Just like that. I wanted to say it like that in Dreamland 3, but that was a co-op Let's Play, so I couldn't make it work. Oh, and now that we saved her life, it looks like she's eager to join us. Also, Kirby, why were you high-fiving Waddle Dee? He didn't do anything. He wasn't even involved in the fight. Let's see. This! That is an enemy info card. There are a lot of these to collect, and you can collect duplicates. That is why I'm not going for a true full completion, only going for all the Crystal Shards. This rocket enemy also gives bomb. Ugh, I almost ran into that Brawny Bird. So if you take damage, Kirby will be knocked back, go, ah! And then he'll be invincible for a little bit. Was that a good impression? I hope it was. Let's see here. Maybe if it was a little higher pitched. Ooh! Oh my lord, getting my powers mixed up. Burning and bomb. Check this out. Once, twice, thrice. Yeah. Fireworks. Let's put on a show. It's not even the 4th of July. We're already celebrating. Woo! Maybe that's out of context for you guys living outside of North America. Let's go into King Dedede's castle. Let's see here. So this guy gives needle. Normal needle's just this. Okay, so now there are Bronto birds in the background. So you have to watch these guys. Yeah, see? So, like I said, we cannot just fly across it. Kirby's flight in this game is effectively multiple mid-air jumps. Now be careful here, because I believe you can actually get crushed by that. Kirby's limited flight is actually another reason... Hold on. Kirby's limited flight is actually another reason why I say that the air bullet is not as viable in this game as it is in others, because you don't have a lot of wiggle room to aim it. Let's go ahead and take double cutter. We need double cutter to get one of the crystal shards, or maybe not necessarily double cutter, just cutter in general. So we could need a power combo to get a crystal shard. And it will actually be colored accordingly depending on what's needed. Like in the case of cutter here, it might be colored green. For bomb, it'll be black. If we need bomb and cutter, for example, then we would need black. It would be colored black and green, like a checkerboard pattern. So always keep an eye out for what color the obstacle to get past is needed. We also want to get double cutter early because that's going to be kind of hard to get past. See? Just like that. There are 3 crystal shards in every level in the game, except for boss levels, which only has the 1. Hey, Adeline's here. She'll give us a 1-up if we have full health, or an M tomato if we have less than full health. Second crystal shard is actually over here. Just like that. It's a free one, but it's also easy to miss. So this guy can actually block your projectiles, but if you hit it with a hard enough hit, you can't block it. So this saw enemy that was right here, I think his name is actually Sawyer. He gives a cutter and not needle. Okay, that's weird. So I'm going to be keeping double cutter here because we have to fight King Dedede. Oh, come on, like that's a big spoiler. You guys knew King Dedede was in this game. Let's be real. So there's nothing at the top of these chains here except for the one where the light is shining. Oh wow, he looks pretty imposing. King Dedede noticed the crystal shard too. I mean, he wants to examine it. Oh, but Dark Matter has something to say about this. And guess who's gonna go after? Yeah, King Dedede just cannot get a break from being possessed, can he? He's possessed in so many games it's not even funny. Oh. I always thought it looked like a giant plush in that shot. Okay. So this is why I wanted double cutter. Yeah, so as you might expect, King Dedede has his inhale. Gotta be careful here because of Kirby's limited flight. So that's phase 1 down. What, you thought I was joking? There's always got to be a phase 2, right? Oh lord, okay. So this fight... yeah, I got hit. Got hit for the first time in the game. So this fight just screams Kirby's Ju 3. Let's touch King Dedede! Yeah. That's weird. This game's just weird, man. It really is. Alright, so now King Dedede is back to normal. Is he gonna come with us? Oh, I guess not. Oh, bye, Dedede. Or, no, he is joining us after all. Oh, let him tag along. He could be useful. Let's see if I can get this 1-up here. If you miss an item, Kirby will make a sad face and tears will flow down his eyes. That's it. Right, so we have all the crystal shards in level 1. Let's go ahead and fight the boss. This is Whispy Woods, and he's got a family. Okay, so these mini trees only have so many hits. Let me see here. So yeah, we're actually fighting Whispy Woods at a 3-dimensional environment. Alright, that's phase 1 down. Now let's move on to phase 2. Now he's pissed. Alright, so he's going to release a whole bunch of apples. And now he's actually going to unleash his roots. You're intended to actually get out of the way. So watch out. Yeah, he could puff his breath. Let's go ahead and slide out of the way. It might, in some cases, be easier to like fight him the old-fashioned way. Okay, so watch out for the apples. I almost got hit. Let's go ahead and smack him with another cutter. And I believe one more hit should do it. Boss meter works a little differently in this game compared to the likes of Dreamland 3. Let's see here. We beat Whispy Woods. No, he doesn't look too happy. We can go around the environment, sure, why not? But it's pretty slow. So, I can't pause right now, but you are absolutely free to exit a boss battle to get into a copy ability. It's totally acceptable to go back to an earlier level, get a copy ability, and then travel to another level. So if you need to get a Crystal Shard and you need a certain copy ability, keep that in mind. Lord knows I will. Alright, now it looks like we're moving on to the next planet. We're going to actually be traveling throughout space. Okay, very nice. Next time at Kirby 64, we're going to move on to Level 2, Rockstar. See you then.